Now is the time for the children. Children, I'm in my home. I think you're probably in your home. And we are going to have the time with the children together here now. You can see the purple. Remember what the purple is for. Purple is for getting ready. And even with all the funny and strange things that have happened this week, we are still in the time of Lent. We're still getting ready to enter the mystery of Easter. We get ready to enter the mystery of Easter by learning more about who Jesus is. That real mystery of Easter is all about Jesus. And so we've been learning about Jesus, and in the first week of Lent, we learned that the Mother Mary was chosen by God to be the Mother of God. And the Word was born a wordless child. And already he could look into the face of the Mother Mary and see the cross. And when he looked into the face of the Father Joseph, he saw the cross there too. Mary and Joseph held the baby close and kept the baby safe and warm. And the baby grew. The baby grew and became a boy. And when the boy was about 12, Jesus went with his parents and the people from his town of Nazareth to the great city of Jerusalem to celebrate a high holy day there. And when they were on their way home, his parents noticed that Jesus wasn't with them. And so they ran back to Jerusalem and they searched everywhere for him for 3 days and 3 nights. They couldn't find him anywhere until finally they went back to the temple. And there he was. He was there in the temple with the priests, and he was listening to them, and they were amazed at how much he knew. And he learned from them because he wanted to learn more. And his parents asked him that question your parents ask you, that thing it's so hard to answer. They said, "Why did you do this?" And Jesus said something very strange. He said, "Didn't you know I would be in my Father's house?" And they didn't understand because Joseph was a carpenter and their home was back by his carpenter shop in Nazareth. They didn't understand, but they didn't forget. And so the boy Jesus grew, and he grew until he became a man. And when he was about 30 years old, he went to the river Jordan, where his cousin John was baptizing people. This is John with the wild hair. He was a wild man. And Jesus said, "Baptize me." And John looked at Jesus as if for the first time and saw who he really was and said, "I can't baptize you. You are the Messiah, the one we've been waiting for. You must baptize me." And Jesus said, "No, it is written that you would come before me and prepare the way for me. You should baptize me." And Jesus went down into the darkness and chaos of the waters. And then John lifted him out of the waters, and the people gathered there. Some of them saw a dove come out from heaven and come very close to Jesus. Other people there that day heard a voice that said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." Jesus crossed the river Jordan, and he went into the desert, where he was tested for 40 days and 40 nights, where he would learn more about who he was and what his work was going to be. 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus was in the desert with little to eat or to drink. One day he heard a voice and it said, "Why don't you turn one of those stones over there into bread and have something to eat?" And Jesus said, "No, to be a real human being, we need more than just bread to eat." Suddenly it was as if Jesus was on the top of a great temple in Jerusalem. And the voice came back and said, "If you're really the Son of God, Why don't you jump and see if God sends the angels to catch you before you hit the stones below?" Jesus said, "No, we do not need to test God." Then it was as if Jesus could see all the kingdoms of the world. And the voice came back again. "If you will follow me, I will make you king over all these kingdoms." Jesus said, "No, I am to be a king, but not that kind of king." Then the voice went away, and Jesus went back across the River Jordan and began to do his work. And these are the first 4 Sundays in Lent, and they show us all about Jesus' life. And if you are still at home getting ready to enter the mystery of Easter, you could use these stories and pictures to help you get ready to celebrate Easter. You could draw pictures and make special ornaments and find branches outside in your yard or while you're on a walk. And you could hang your Jesus ornaments on those branches and make a special Jesus tree as you are getting ready to celebrate the mystery of Easter.